morning. Thank you so much for tuning in to WSMV4 Plus. I am Danielle Ledbetter. Well, the federal government has until Thursday to explain why a Nashville reporter is in ICE custody. So Stephanie Rodriguez right now is in ICE custody. And this is some video. This is her husband on the screen right here on the far left. But she is accused of being in the country unlawfully, which led to her arrest nearly a week ago. Now, she is asking for her immediate release from ICE custody, but she's also asking for a few other things from the court. She's asking that the government not be able to retaliate against her for her past speech or to stop her from reporting in the future. Now, she filed an amended petition this week saying her First and her Fifth Amendment rights were being violated. So again, she is a reporter for the Nashville Noticias, and she was arrested during a targeted enforcement operation on March 4th. So that was last week. Now, ICE said she entered the U.S. with a tourist visa back in 2021. They said she was only supposed to be in the States for 13 days. But the Nashville Noticias reporter was with her husband when she was pulled over last week. Her husband is a U.S. citizen, and he told us he has not been able to speak to his wife since she was arrested last week. Now, again, ICE is claiming she's in the country illegally. However, her attorney is saying that she came to the U.S. legally. She has a pending green card application. Her husband is saying the same thing. But ICE is saying that she missed two important check-ins or meetings for her asylum application. Her husband says that's not true. He says that the first meeting was rescheduled during the ice storm and that the second meeting they attempted to go to, but they were told that there was no record of the meeting and to come back on March 17th. So that's in, or would have been in 7 days from today. Now a federal judge has ordered ICE to kind of give an explanation as to what happened, and they have until Thursday afternoon to provide that explanation. Now, one of our reporters, Jordan Quigley, she actually got a chance to sit down with Rodriguez Flores' husband about the whole situation, and we're going to take a look at her story now.
Stephanie Rodriguez and her husband, Alejandro Medina III, had just dropped their daughter off at school and were headed to the gym when agents surrounded them.
He tells me to roll down my window, and he's like, hey, look, I know you're a U.S. citizen. I know that's your wife. I know y'all have a pending green card application, but she's got to come with us.
ICE says that's because she missed two check-ins for her asylum application, something Medina says is not the case. The first check-in was rescheduled because of the ice storm. They attempted to go to the second, but were told there was no record of this and to come back on March 17th.
And the only reason we didn't go to a date that they asked us to check in was because they told us not to. So why are we calling her an illegal alien?
Now he says Rodriguez is in an ICE facility in Alabama. He's been unable to speak with her.
She doesn't get to live her normal life right now at this very moment, right? Like, she's locked up like she's a criminal when she did everything she was supposed to do, including, like, we were proactive.
Rodriguez had to leave her home country of Colombia in 2021 because she got death threats after her reporting on militant groups. Now she's been reporting on ICE activity in Tennessee.
Part of the motive for her arrest could be her job. You know, our lawyers are working on that now, and hopefully being able to get her back home as soon as possible.
And so since her arrest on March 4th, we now know that a federal judge has ordered that ICE provide some type of explanation for her arrest, because they are claiming, Stephanie Rodriguez Flores, they are claiming that she's not in the country illegally. And then also, she's also claiming she did not miss two check-ins that ICE is saying that she missed. So to kind of rehash it and go back to the beginning, we now know that, again, a federal judge has ordered ICE to provide some type of explanation by Thursday afternoon, so in just 48 hours or so, as to why this happened. Now, they're claiming that ICE, when I say there, ICE is claiming that she is in the country unlawfully, and that's why she was arrested. They also say that she missed two check-ins that were scheduled for one time in January and another earlier this or March or so. and they're claiming that she missed those. However, her husband is saying that's not the case. They said that first check-in got postponed due to the ice storm, and then that second check-in they missed because when they went, they were told that they had no record of it and that they would be meeting with them on March 17th. So that is what they're claiming, but that's not the only thing that Rodriguez Flores is asking for. She's also asking the court to prevent the government from retaliating against her for her past speech, and she's also asking to not be able to stop from doing her job, or asking that she'll be able to continue to report in the future. Now, she's also filed an amended petition this week saying that her First and Fifth Amendments were actually violated in this process. Now, ICE also said that she was arrested during a targeted enforcement operation. That's what they're calling that. And again, that happened on March 4th, which was last Wednesday. And they said that they did that because she entered the U.S. with a tourist visa in March 2021, and that it was only valid for 13 days. Now, again, she is a reporter for the Nashville Noticias, and she was with her husband when she was actually pulled over, who is a U.S. citizen, if you're just now joining us, when she was pulled over. Now, her husband is also saying that she, again, has come to the U.S. legally and has a pending green card application. And I just broke down for you just a few moments ago the two check-ins that they're saying, ICE is saying that she missed, but her and her husband are claiming that that's not the case, but that they were supposed to go back on March 17th for a check-in for her asylum application. Now, like we mentioned, the government now has until Thursday afternoon to provide some sort of explanation as to why she's being in ICE custody. Again, if you missed it, she's currently being held in a facility in Alabama, according to her husband. And her husband also said that he has not been able to speak with her since she was arrested last Wednesday. So, of course, this is a story that we are going to continue to follow, especially hearing what comes of this Thursday when ICE is mandated to give some type of update or some type of explanation as to why Stephanie Rodriguez Flores is being detained in an ICE facility in Alabama right now. That's according to her husband again. But we will, of course, continue to follow this and bring you what we learn. But for now, have a great day.